I'm Thomas Olson, the founder of Vevue, and I'm here with Jeremy Culver, our co-CEO. Vevue is an ecosystem, I guess it would be similar to YouTube, but we have a focus on the gig economy. So our goal is to create an ecosystem where users are constantly earning money and then also constantly spending it on, the creators that upload content. We've broken down our 10-minute pitch into two segments. The first segment will go 5 minutes, where Jeremy will do a quick walkthrough of our shortened pitch deck, and then I will follow up with a quick demo of how the features work in the app.
Perfect.
So Jeremy, if you want to go ahead.
Well, thank you, Mariana and team, for having us. I came to Vevue from the film industry. I was a filmmaker and had a distribution company, and I approached Thomas about distributing our film on Vevue because I was a blockchain enthusiast. And we ended up doing that, and ended up becoming the first film in history to use blockchain to release a feature film that was also released in theaters and on all other platforms. And one thing that it led me to was, in the film industry, I'm going to share my screen real quick. When you're in contracts with distributors, we found that the price fluctuation of the tokens shifted on a daily basis. And so, if you're on iTunes and Google Play and your film's renting for $3.99, and suddenly you're on a blockchain platform and it's $3.43 one day and $4.10 the next day, it's very difficult to actually forecast revenue, and this also puts you in violation of your contracts. So we started working on a platform. We started working with Vevue on a way to peg the token to the US dollar using a stablecoin. And so that way it can be another way for people, another platform that people can use, and then that can lead to the gig economy. If you can peg it to the US dollar and you can understand exactly how much you're going to make for your content, whether it's a social media post or something else, an interaction, you can start building forecastable revenue for your life. You can start identifying how much revenue you're going to make and what's going to go to rent or your mortgage, and what's going to go to food. And so Vevue is basically the next gen social media that pays. We looked at the traditional platforms of YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon, and all of them have their benefits, but YouTube relies on ads to reward creators, and it takes 45%, and the threshold to actually make a living on YouTube is quite high. You need a lot of subscribers, and you need a lot of views. Instagram's really great. I love Instagram. We all love Instagram. But it's owned by Facebook, so they monetize all the interactions, and the only people that benefit from that are the shareholders. We benefit from it in a social way, where we get the value of building our communities and sharing our content, and there's certain value in that. We just feel like you should also be able to monetize the value, because it's your content, you create it, and so if you're going to share it, there should be some medium for you to own it. Patreon's nice because Patreon's nice because you can donate money per month, and then so if you know that you have 1,000 people who are going to pay $10 for your content, you're going to give them exclusive content. Now you know that you're going to make $10,000, and you can start basically planning your life around that kind of content. So we like this idea of you can actually sponsor people. Problem with Patreon in an economy like we have now, donations are usually the first thing to go out the window. And so if you're not going to get the donations, then therefore you're not earning. And so Vevue is a rewards-based social media app. We use blockchain technology. We look at ourselves as not a blockchain company per se, in the sense of we are a social media content company, but we use the power of the blockchain to accomplish a lot of the things that we want to be able to pass along to the users. And that is allowing them to monetize their creative craft. And so we have a crypto to cash economic model that provides a unique opportunity for people to earn. And basically this way this works is that you charge your account. We use right now the USDC coin, which is a Coinbase and Circle partnership. And so basically you use fiat money, buy USDC, you deposit USDC into your account on Vevue, and then you're issued VPay tokens. And with VPay tokens, every token's pegged to a penny. So every time we look at token velocity, we want these interactions going back and forth, and we've actually monetized everything. We've monetized video watching, interactions. So if you like something, you want to upvote it, you want to cheer them, you can send them 5 tokens. If you want to sponsor them, you can actually still sponsor people per month. And our idea is that we're really focusing on communities that are niche-based, and that if you have a community, would your community support you, and would you support your community? And so would you send a penny to a community member that you really like their content, and you want to reward them for that? And so we have this token velocity of users sending these VPay tokens all around. And then when you're ready to exit, you just reverse the process. You convert your VPay into USDC, and that goes right into fiat. Eventually, the next step is that the USDC would just be acting in the background. So it'll be right from fiat into the VPay. So when we really start expanding and getting more of the global population, we feel like we have to make that process as easy as possible. For investors, we look at it. So what we've done is we are a security token. So we've digitized our preferred stock. We're a Wyoming corporation. And basically, if you own a preferred stock, you own our Vevue token. And the way this works is that every time an interaction takes place in app, we take a 5% transaction fee. And so that 5% transaction fee goes into the dividend pool. And then those dividends can be paid real time to all our shareholders. And so this little flow chart basically describes that. So what we do is that 50% of our preferred stock goes to our investors and our founders, and 50% goes to operations, so the Vevue Media company. And basically everything that's managing all these paywall splitters and capturing all this revenue is done through smart contracts. So basically our middle management layer is all done through smart contracts. So that allows us to run more efficiently than traditional businesses. And then we do these distributions on gross revenue as opposed to net revenue. Again, it's a blockchain ethos. We want everything to be transparent. We want all the transactions to be transparent. And so it puts a mandate on us to run at a 50% efficiency. But with all the smart contracts taking a lot of these functions, we're very comfortable with reaching those targets. And then basically this is the end of the short presentation, and Tom's can do the demo. But the ethos is we reward everyone for participating. We feel like you own the content, you should get both the financial reward and the personal pleasure of building your communities and sharing your content with those communities.
So as Jeremy was saying, every interaction on the Vevue platform is a payment, and it's a blockchain transaction. So I'm going to go through really quick. I uploaded this video. You can see the 5 down in the corner. That means there's a 5 token paywall, which is 5 cents, because every one of our tokens is tied to a penny. So I click on that, the paywall pops up. We do have an option where you can auto pay it if you don't want the pop-up every time. So I hit confirm, and that transaction, so that creator just earned 5 cents, and I can watch the video. If I like the video, I upvote it, and every upvote is 1 penny to the creator. And then there's a slider here where I can cheer. So if I really like the content, I can go anywhere up to 100 tokens, and I send those. So now that's 3 payments to the creator: the paywall, the upvote, and then the cheer. And if I really like it, I can go to the creator profile and I can click to sponsor them. And with the sponsor, this is a monthly payment. I can choose between $1 and $2. And every 30 days, this payment automatically gets sent to the creator. And as I was saying, each one of these transactions is on the blockchain. So I can go over here into my wallet, and I can scroll down to the transactions, and I have a record of each transaction that I just went through. And back outside in the wallet at the top, you can see our dividend pool. So every time I do a transaction, I just did 4 different transactions for that one creator. 5% of every one of those transactions goes into our dividend pool. And then every 24 hours, if you own our security token, we're going to send that dividend to your security token Vevue. And then you can go down here, like there's little things like manage your sponsorships and stuff like that. But going back to our goal here is to create an ecosystem where users are constantly earning and spending. And part of doing that, our original feature that we built our social network around is called the Vevue request. And I can go over here to the map, and I can pin a request for anyone that I want. Or if I don't have any tokens yet, I can go to the map running feature, And what this does, no matter your location in the world, it automatically pins 5 locations near you. Right now, our focus is just on schools and parks, but in the near future, it'll be bars and restaurants, and we're actually working on a partnership with Bloomin' Brands, which owns Outback Steakhouse. So you can envision, if you come into map running after our partnership is secured, you'll be able to go to specific restaurants and the request will fine tune to their needs. Like maybe it is review your meal and get 10% off or something like that. But that's for the people that don't have any tokens. But let's say I'll pin a request here real quick. Let's zoom in on Sprouts. So I tap the map, it goes right to the location, and I could type in video review. I'll just do your meal. And now I can choose, do I want anyone to be able to respond? So anyone from the public would be able to go and fulfill this request. Or I can choose someone from my feed if I want to be more specific. And then I can attach the amount of tokens that I want to send. So I'll pay this person 50 cents to do that review. And then the neat thing is if there's somebody out there that also likes that request and wants to see the video review, they can tap on it and they can add tokens to that request. So the crowd can participate. And last year, we did a kind of a unique situation. We partnered with a band out of Manchester, England, and we pinned a request here in Santa Monica at the West End Club. And the request is for the band to come there, do a performance, and then after the performance, upload it live to the platform. And the way it worked is every fan of Lost Under Heaven that added tokens to the request, they now become a collaborator in the content once it's uploaded. Every time that video earns revenue, it splits with all the fans that contributed. So it's a way of crowdfunding on a micro level, to an individual piece of content. And then I'll go in and I'll show you really quick if you want to upload a video, you go in. So if you wanted to upload and you're going to set a paywall, you have a choice. You can do one or 5 tokens. If you have premium content, like in Jeremy's case, he uploaded a movie, you can contact us and we'll give you premium pricing. But the neat feature of the paywall is you can split all the revenue for that piece of content with your collaborators. So I can go here and let's say Jeremy and I worked on a video together. So I'm going to add him as a collaborator, and then I can go in and split the revenue. So every time somebody pays revenue to that piece of content, Jeremy and I equally get paid. And I could switch that up. Maybe I did more work and I could take 60%. So we save that, and then right below that we have the option for the blockchain copyright. A year and a half ago, we partnered with the Quantum blockchain out of Shanghai, and they incubated our team for about a year. And one of the main features we came out of that incubation with was our blockchain copyright database. So I could choose to pay 50 cents, and the video information will be stored on the blockchain copyright, and then I will get a special ID where I can then go and search that information.